Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching NDTV. The BJP's push to maximize its Lok Sabha seat tally in Maharashtra is likely to resurrect Raj Thackeray's Maharashtra Navnirman Sena MNS from political oblivion. Now, leaving nothing to chance when it comes to blunting the challenge by Uddhav Thackeray-led party, BJP could formally include Raj Thackeray's party as part of its NDA. Mr. Thackeray was in Delhi today. In fact, he arrived last night and today he met with the BJP leadership and also Home Minister Amit Shah. Now, by allying with Raj Thackeray, is the BJP attempting to neutralise the alleged sympathy factor for Uddhav Thackeray, or is it just trying hard to push the memory of Bal Thackeray by way of projecting someone like Raj, who's seen as closer to him in ideas and also tone? How will Raj Thackeray, a politician with limited political success who started with a staunch pro-Marathi position and later morphed into this larger pro-Hindutva figure, help the BJP in the coming elections? Those are the questions we are delving into tonight, even as we decode how both Mahayuti and Mahavikas Aghadi are firming up their seat sharing in Maharashtra. First, let me go across to my colleague Radhika, who reports from Mumbai, to understand the importance and political relevance of Raj Thackeray. We are told that he could be asking for the prestigious South Mumbai seat, a seat from where Uddhav Thackeray-led faction of Sena has already fielded sitting MP Arvind Kejriwal. He has also asked for Nashik. Remember, at its peak in 2009, MNS did well at the local body polls of Nashik, winning it. But of course, we are told the negotiations are still on. Radhika, tell us, what can we expect in the coming days?
MNS Raj Thackeray was in talks with Amit Shah today. There could be a possible alliance between NDA and MNS. Remains to be seen what the outcome of the meetings will be. At this point, what we are hearing is that MNS has sought 3 seats, including South Bombay, Shirdi as well as Nasik. There is a possibility that MNS may just secure that South Bombay seat. Now, as far as NDA is concerned, it would like to field MNS simply because of the Marathi Manus plank that MNS rides on. In fact, BJP has not been able to crack several of the Marathi areas very extensively, which is where MNS could be of help, because MNS had been strong when it comes to regional politics and had been committed towards the protection of the interests of Marathi people. So therefore, that is where NDA could have benefit. And besides that, MNS also taking hardline Hindutva stance, something many feel Uddhav Thackeray has abandoned. So therefore, this could benefit the NDA. The Hindutva ideology could also benefit NDA, and also feel that fielding MNS could also shrink Uddhav Thackeray's dominance in many of the Marathi-dominated areas, and also the Thackeray surname could also help the NDA. As far as Raj Thackeray is concerned, he'd always been wishy-washy as far as his stand for BJP is concerned. He had in fact supported BJP at one point in 2014. 2019 he had campaigned against Prime Minister Modi. However, over the last couple of years he'd been once again supporting BJP and Prime Minister Modi's policy. So therefore he had been sort of showing a lot of flip-flops when it comes to his stand as far as BJP is concerned. But at this point, Raj Thackeray has in fact lost relevance. MNS has lost relevance in Maharashtra. It hasn't been winning that many seats. In fact, in 2014, it had just won 1 seat in the assembly elections. 2019 also just 1 seat. So therefore, losing relevance is something that MNS is facing in the state of Maharashtra, and also the ways of the MNS in terms of its violent approach or its aggressive approach towards various issues. We know that Raj Thackeray had taken campaigns on various issues. Of course, many years back it was an anti-North India campaign. Later, of course, loudspeakers in mosques that he was campaigning against, and several other issues as well which he had aggressively taken stands on. And of course, his way of dealing things had been far from traditional. So therefore, he's also a charismatic leader, somebody who follows the footsteps of Bal Thackeray, emulates Bal Thackeray in many ways. So therefore, yes, as far as NDA is concerned, MNS could only add to the advantage NDA factor, but remains to be seen whether this alliance will materialize. Only time will tell.
So that was Adhika Ramasamy from Mumbai on the political relevance of Raj Thackeray. Remember, Raj Thackeray met Home Minister Amit Shah today, and there is a lot of churn in Mahayuti. In fact, there is a core group meeting of the BJP that was held last night. There are more meetings that are to be held in the next 2 days, is what we've been told. 20 seats have already been declared by the BJP. Joining us tonight to discuss all of this is also Rajiv Pandey from the BJP. We also have Rohit Chandavarkar, who is a senior journalist and author who has been tracking Maharashtra and national politics for many years. We will also have Sanjay Gupta from the Uddhav Thackeray-led Shiv Sena joining us in a while from now. Going across to Mr. Pandey first. Mr. Pandey, Raj Thackeray has gone from supporting Prime Minister Narendra Modi in 2014 to initiating a campaign against him in 2019. He was perhaps the first politician outside BJP to have a rally in support of CAA. We all remember what happened in Azad Maidan in 2019. Now, his party vote share went from 4.1% in 2009 to 1.4% in 2014. But some of his positions, be it anti-migrant position or even his party's way of looking at Maharashtra, how do you think the BJP is going to benefit with all of this?
Vasudha, first you have to see that Shiv Sena was a party in Maharashtra. It was one of the 4 top parties in Maharashtra. It was led by Bal Thackeray ji, Hindu Hriday Samrat. What happened to that? That after emergence of Uddhav Thackeray ji, almost every leader who were committed to their ideology slowly started leaving Shiv Sena. Today, what is the position? Narayan Rane, Shinde ji, who is a CM of Maharashtra right now, Raj Thackeray ji, Ramdas Kadam ji, all these people were the leaders in Shiv Sena when Shiv Sena has hardcore Hindutva in their ideology. And Bala Saheb Thackeray used to say, we are not going to take dictate from Congress party, we are not going to have alliance, we are not going to bow down before Congress party. Whenever we feel like joining with Congress, it will be better that I will close down my political party. So today you have to see in that light that all the people of Shiv Sena are now together, except one person, and he's some maybe 2-3 people who are close to him. So total Shiv Sena, maybe MNS is a separate party, but MNS has emerged from Shiv Sena. So what I personally feel that BJP plus full Shiv Sena and plus NCP is going to fight this election, and out of 48 seats will be won by NDA. Now your question is that his vote share has reduced. When people know very well that he is not going to win the election, there's a floating voters will not support. And as far as now, Raj Saheb Thackeray has clearly said his stand is not about the migrant. His stand against is the illegal infiltrators.
Right.
He has supported CAA. You see the ideological issues of BJP. Anybody from any party can become alliance partner or can join even BJP if they accept the ideology of BJP.
Right.
If my ideology is similar to ideology of Raj Saheb Thackeray, BJP, he finds that he is more close on ideology basis with the BJP.
Right.
So he has joined with BJP. But one larger thing which I have said, that Bala Saheb Thackeray Shiv Sena is now almost complete with NDA. Right. So whatever was the alliance between the Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Lal Krishna Advani ji and Bala Saheb Thackeray, now under the leadership of our Home Minister and Prime Minister.
Let me ask Mr. Gupta this question. Mr. Gupta, BJP का कहना ये है कि बाल ठाकरे की जो आइडियोलॉजी थी वो अभी शिवसेना उद्धव ठाकरे वाली शिवसेना में तो बची नहीं है और मराठी मानुस के लिए भी somebody like Raj Thackeray would be able to relate would be easier to relate to. आपको लगता है सर कि इससे कोई फर्क पड़ेगा आपके सीट आपके प्रोस्पेक्ट्स में?
देखिए, राज ठाकरे साहब को बीजेपी अपने में मिलाने के लिए कई सालों से आतुर है। बार बार ये मीटिंग करते हैं उनसे, कई बार उनके पास ईडी के संबंध भी जाते हैं, उसके बाद मीटिंग भी होती है, मगर उसके बाद फिर बीजेपी को पता नहीं क्या हो जाता है, उसके बाद ये इनको अपने साथ शामिल नहीं करते। और रही बात शिवसेना की आइडियोलॉजी की, तो शिवसेना तो हमेशा से इस बात पे रही है कि गठबंधन में चाहे बीजेपी के साथ हो चाहे कांग्रेस के साथ हो, हमेशा सही बात को शिवसेना ने कहा है। किसी के साथ गठबंधन होने से, कांग्रेस के साथ गठबंधन होने से क्या शिवसेना ने अपने राम मंदिर के मुद्दे को छोड़ा? क्या धारा 370 से अलग हुए? क्या द्रौपदी मुर्मू जी का साथ नहीं दिया? क्या जिस वक्त चीन और भारत की सेना आमने सामने थी तब भी भारत सरकार का साथ नहीं दिया? बहुत बार किसी मुद्दे को समझने समझाने में बड़े बड़े विद्वान विफल हो जाते हैं और अपने भी दुश्मन हो जाते हैं। 30 साल में मेरे ख्याल से आज तक कभी ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि जब लोकसभा के चुनाव में शिवसेना ने, ठाकरे परिवार में, बीजेपी ने साथ मिलकर के चुनाव ना लड़ा हो। मगर ये पहली बार इस तरह का सामंजस्य है। हालांकि अभी सीट शेयरिंग का फार्मूला किसी की तरफ से फाइनल नहीं हुआ है, फाइनल हो ही जाएगा, मगर अब ये देखना पड़ेगा कि
Okay, Rohit ji, Rohit Chandavakkar, help us understand, is this all about the surname, the Thackeray surname, or is it a message to Shiv Sainiks or to address the larger Marathi Manus sentiment on ground?
Well, Vasudha, two or three things. Firstly, look at, the BJP, it is very conscious about what happens in Maharashtra, and it is putting a lot of attention, giving a lot of attention to the activities in Maharashtra and focusing on Maharashtra quite a lot. We have discussed this in the past because they're doing this because there are 48 seats and it seems to be an undecided state, a swing state. Now coming to this particular, today's meeting and all those things, it is, BJP needs the Thackeray brand. There is no, I just wrote an article just now which will get published tomorrow, and the headline is BJP needs the Thackeray brand on their stage and MNS needs survival. That is, the crux of it. The BJP has always gone to voters in Maharashtra, even in the last 2019 elections, with a Thackeray partnership with the Thackeray surname. Shiv Sena has split since then, that is true. And the question about which is the real Shiv Sena is up. The jury is out because no elections have happened since that time. But the Thackeray surname matters in Maharashtra, and BJP's concern, of course, is that Uddhav Thackeray may be getting some sympathy vote, some advantage benefit of the sympathy wave that might still be there in some parts of Maharashtra, especially in Mumbai and Marathwada, where Shiv Sena grew during Bal Thackeray's days. Next point is, Raj Thackeray's role is not going to be of contesting too many seats in this alliance. His role is going to be basically pulling down Uddhav Thackeray, being there as the Thackeray brand on the BJP stage, NDA stage, and then look forward for some kind of an alliance in the upcoming assembly elections that will happen in October in Maharashtra. So Raj Thackeray needs that survival, because you yourself explained how his vote share is sinking last three elections, and also his party is getting deserted. No leader is there. Most of the leaders who started with him in 2006 got up by the time 2014 came. And now there is absolutely nobody left. So for him also, it is a matter of survival. But it looks like it is a marriage of convenience. Last point, I heard your correspondent saying that, Raj Thackeray getting into NDA will benefit the NDA or the BJP. I'm not too sure about that. BJP is playing a gamble. That's the last point I want to make here in Maharashtra by taking Raj Thackeray along, because we have seen a lot of flip-flop that Raj Thackeray did in the past 3-4 elections. Once he was a big critic of Modi, then he praised Modi. So this may also boomerang. We don't know what
Let me ask this question to Mr. Pandey. Rohit has made very interesting points. First, of course, he's saying that BJP is also thinking about assembly elections, and it's just not Lok Sabha elections. I think, the BMC elections are also scheduled to happen sometime. We've been expecting that to happen for a long time now. But another important point that he says, that it is about the survival of the MNS, and that Raj Thackeray has been taking on Uddhav Thackeray. We've also seen this during COVID and also in the Hanuman Chalisa controversy. But Mr. Pandey, when the BJP is on a high, especially with the popularity of the Prime Minister, one would ask you, why would you need more allies? Because is this also about addressing the sympathy factor that is being attributed to Uddhav Thackeray, or, giving Shiv Sainiks another leader that they may want to respect, admire and also follow?
Vasudha, first, let me tell Mr. Gupta that for last 30 years, BJP and Shiv Sena has fought together. When this time also BJP and Shiv Sena is going to fight together. Shiv Sena is with us. I don't know, he is talking about some other party. Don't tell them that he is from Shiv Sena. He is from some other party. Second point, what Rohit ji has said just now, that Raj Thackeray sahab has... No, beach mein mat bolo yaar.
Yes, Mr. Pandey, please continue. Mr. Gupta, I'll come to you. I'll come to you in a bit. Let him finish. I'll come to you.
Okay.
Yes.
What Rohit ji has said, that he opposed Modi ji and then he supported. You can recollect that Raj Thackeray was the first leader when Modi ji was CM of Gujarat. He met him, so he was liking his politics of delivery, his politics of nationalism. So it's not like that. In between, because of some alliance, we were with alliance with Uddhav Thackeray ji, so he started opposing. He started talking on with NCP and Congress.
Right.
But his core heart, what Rohit ji is saying, I know Rohit ji very well. What Rohit ji is saying, that is his understanding. His core heart was always for Hindutva, always for nationalism.
Okay.
And always for Marathi Manus.
Okay. Let me ask this question to Mr. Gupta. Mr. Gupta, would you like to respond to what Mr. Pandey is saying? और उन्होंने ये जो बात बोली है उसका तो आप जवाब दीजिएगा ही, लेकिन देखिए MVA में भी तो प्रॉब्लम्स चल रहे हैं ना, जैसे सांगली सीट अनाउंस होते ही अब शिवसेना, आपकी जो पार्टी है UBT पार्टी, उनको लगता है कि कांग्रेस से बात करनी चाहिए, तो आपको लगता है कि ये सारी चीजों में जैसे बीजेपी हर सीट का देख रही है, आप कहीं इसमें पीछे छूट रहे हैं?
देखिए, शिवसेना ठाकरे परिवार से है, ठाकरे परिवार शिवसेना से नहीं। और आज तक जो अलायंस बना करके बीजेपी जो चुनाव लड़ती रही है वो ठाकरे परिवार के साथ लड़ती रही है। और उत्तर प्रदेश के बाद महाराष्ट्र ही सबसे बड़ी वो स्टेट है जो इस बात का फैसला करती है कि केंद्र में किसकी सरकार रहेगी। और 48 सीटों में से पिछली बार हमने 42 सीटें इनके साथ मिलकर के जीती थी और इस बार पिछले चुनाव में 41 सीटें जीती थी। अगर केंद्र की राजनीति के अंदर ये सीटें का समीकरण क्या रहेगा, इससे शिवसेना को तो फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, मगर अगर बीजेपी की सभी सीटें खो गई तो जैसे उत्तर प्रदेश की विधानसभा में वो अखिलेश यादव जी ने कहा कि हजूरे वाला बैठे हैं खामोश, इसी गम में।
Mr. Pandey, jaldi se, I mean, if you can respond to that in a minute, then I want Rohit to have the last word. So, Mr. Pandey, if you can just respond to that in a minute.
What he is talking about, the issue is that Sena UBT, now Sena doesn't exist. The issue is their own leader.
Okay, yes, you get the drift of what he was saying. So if you can just respond.
Those leaders, Ravindra Vaikar, has few days back left. The issue is not that Sena it is a fight between NDA and MBA. It is good that there will be no third front. People will have clear choice that either you have to choose Modi ji or you have to choose some other people. I don't know who. So in my opinion, it is very good that there will be a bipolar contest in Maharashtra.
Okay.
And people will have clear choice.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Rohit, last word from you. I would also make this comparison with Haryana because Haryana also goes to polls this year and we saw the Haryana Chief Minister being changed. So both Haryana and, Maharashtra, do you think the BJP is also trying to mount assembly elections on the back of Mahayuti's performance in Lok Sabha? And with respect to allies, BJP seems to be far more accommodating. We saw 16 seats being allotted to JDU yesterday, today meeting with Upendra Kushwaha. So do you see a change in the BJP's, accommodating behavior with respect to allies as far as Maharashtra is concerned? Rohit, you'll have to unmute yourself.
I think Vasudha, the BJP will have to, they have been very professional and they are very flexible with a lot of things. But they have also, the other side of being professional is also being kind of ruthless. So they might right now take Raj Thackeray along. They have taken Eknath Shinde and Ajit Pawar along, but they will calculate after the elections from the day all the results come. Next day onwards, they will calculate, what is exactly the benefit that they have got, because they have a very solid network of, booth pramukhs, panna pramukhs and all of that. And they will calculate what kind of benefit they have really got out of Eknath Shinde, out of Ajit Pawar, as well as benefit out of Raj Thackeray. And depending on that, I think they will decide the seat distribution for the assembly elections, because those are also very important for the BJP. The BJP's general policy has been to reach the target of Shat Pratishat Bhajapa. That is the ultimate target, but they will first calculate what benefit these partners bring. And whatever the adjustments or alliances that you see now, they are mainly for, only the parliament elections, and the partners that they have taken also don't have too much ambition for the parliament elections. They are okay with, whatever seats they are being given, though they are making some noise just to make their presence felt.
Right.
But their target is to, get seats in the assembly, more seats in assembly. So many of them might get into some compromise, like Raj Thackeray might also get into a compromise, might just take one seat. Or the other strategy would be to field many candidates, not go into an official alliance, and damage Uddhav Thackeray's candidates. That also might be the strategy. We don't know that.
So
but
it's about survival of the MNS and also getting a Thackeray for the BJP. Thank you, Rohit. Thank you, Mr. Gupta. And thank you, Mr. Pandey, for joining me on this broadcast. Moving on, Supreme Court has allowed Sharad Pawar group to use Nationalist Congress Party Sharad Chandra Pawar name and a man blowing Tura symbol for Lok Sabha and State Assembly elections. Now, Supreme Court has directed that the Election Commission of India should reserve the said symbol for the Sharad Pawar group and should not be allotted to any other party or candidate. Supreme Court further directed the Ajit Pawar group NCP to issue a public notice that its use of the clock symbol is sub judice before the court, and such a declaration should also accompany all templates, advertisements, audio, video, visuals issued on the behalf of the party.
See, on the last date, Mr. Pawar had told the court that Mr. Ajit Pawar is using my photograph. So the court had directed Mr. Ajit Pawar to file an undertaking, an affidavit in the undertaking saying that his photograph will not be used, Mr. Pawar's photograph. So that was filed today by Mr. Ajit Pawar. The next relief that Mr. Pawar was seeking via Dr. Singhvi was that the clock symbol should not be used by Mr. Ajit Pawar. To that the court gave a lengthy hearing, but in the end it said that the clock symbol can be used by Mr. Ajit Pawar in the Lok Sabha election, subject to the final outcome of the petition here in the Supreme Court.
I have my colleague Sunil Prabhu joining us with more details on this. Sunil, you've been tracking the Supreme Court and especially this case. Tell us, what is the significance of the directions that the Supreme Court has issued to both the ECI and the other parties with respect to the symbol?
Well, I think there are two aspects that you need to look at. One, of course, the ECI had taken a decision based on the legislative strength. I think that is now being, scrutinized by the Supreme Court. And at one stage, there was an observation that saying that this can become really the mockery of the voter in the context of how it goes about it. But for Mr. Sharad Pawar, really no relief except that he can continue to call his party the NCP, Sharad Chandra Party, as well as, of course, most importantly, keep that Tura symbol, and an election commission cannot allot it to anybody else in the coming assembly as well as state elections. But for Mr. Ajit Pawar, there will have to be a proviso that he will have to make a public, a statement, as well as, of course, put an ad in the newspaper in English, in Marathi, and in Hindi, categorically saying that the clock is not for him. It is subject to a court verdict, and that every time he puts an advertisement, be it in the newspaper, be it in television ads, or in the radio, then they will have to be that this is subject to the Supreme Court's outcome of the case.
Right. Thank you, Sunil Prabhu, for joining us with those details. Moving on, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has moved Delhi High Court. Remember, there's a case of ED issuing summons to Arvind Kejriwal. In fact, Mr. Kejriwal has challenged all the summons of ED till now. Tomorrow, the division bench of Delhi High Court will also hear this matter. I have my colleague Aishwarya Jain joining us with more details on this. Aishwarya, tomorrow, important day. The division bench of the Delhi High Court is going to hear this matter. Mr. Kejriwal has approached the court, and in fact, he has challenged all the summons of ED till now. Tell us the significance of this.
Well, certainly, that's the first time that Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has moved to Delhi High Court, challenging all the Enforcement Directorate summons issued to him in the Delhi excise policy case. The High Court's division bench will hear Arvind Kejriwal's plea tomorrow. Remember, it was earlier the Enforcement Directorate who had moved the magisterial court seeking Kejriwal's prosecution for not attending the summons issued to him in the case. Remember, there are total 9 ED summons that have been issued to Arvind Kejriwal till now, and it is Kejriwal who has been mentioned multiple times in charge sheets filed by the ED in the excise policy case. And The Enforcement Directorate has earlier stated that accused were in touch with Kejriwal regarding the preparation of excise policy, and therefore the reason perhaps Arvind Kejriwal is being summoned. But this is the first time when Kejriwal has approached Delhi High Court against these summons issued by the Enforcement Directorate. It also comes at a time when these summons were issued, and Delhi High and the Magistrate Court earlier had granted bail to Delhi Chief Minister on 2 complaints while the ED against him, skipping 6 of the previous 8 summons. Remember, after he granted bail, it was again 9 summons which was issued by the Enforcement Directorate to Arvind Kejriwal, and he was set to appear before the agency. But now Kejriwal has challenged all these summons issued by ED, whether he will get some sort of respite tomorrow by the Delhi High Court or not, that remains to be seen.
Right. Thank you, Aishwarya, for joining us with those details. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has moved Delhi High Court. That's all we have for you in this bulletin. More news and updates on the other side.